Hello there, you wonderful person. I am Gareth Mason. It is December 22nd, 2025. It's exactly 7:48 p.m. It's Monday. It's Monday. Oh wow, and this is cold. One of these days I'm gonna do another cold shower video. But that day is not today. Not today. What is on my mind? I am feeling quite anxious right now. We were watching an episode of Welcome to Derry, the It series. You know, Pennywise. And it's like the movies. So, yeah, I don't know. Ellen is really liking it. She's enjoying it. So, and I kind of like it as well. It's just that I don't. When I was younger, I used to really enjoy gore and horror movies and this kind of stuff. As a matter of fact, I had a very morbid curiosity, you know? When I was like a teenager, there were some subreddits that I used to go that are all banned today because it's not the kind of stuff that should be available to the open public. But yeah, I'm not going to go into details, but yeah, very morbid and very graphic. And I didn't feel good looking at those things, but it was just so enticing. It's like I was so curious about it. Nowadays, I really don't enjoy even watching movies, you know, fake stuff. You know, it's just my heart cannot take it anymore, man. My heart cannot take that kind of shit anymore. But anyways, so last time I updated you was yesterday. Oh yeah, when my cousins went, yeah. I just took a shower, I think, and went to bed. And then this morning I had a glorious morning of Baldur's Gate 3. I finished up, dude. It was so exciting because I was, you know, the mine flayer down, you know, on the Underdark, the one that is actually not evil. And he's like, whoa, maybe I can help you with that tadpole in your brain. You just need these two ingredients. And then it was marked on the map for me to get the flower that disables all spells. But I didn't pay much attention to it, right? So I just noticed that whenever I was carrying it, I couldn't, you know, like I'm a warrior, but nobody could cast spells. Everybody that was near my character could cast spells. So I just put it in a storage, in a savage camp. And I went on with my quests. But then later I realized that had lost the effect, and then of course I read the description. Well, after I did everything else in that first area, before proceeding, I started to do like all the quests that I hadn't done yet, the ones that were not marked in my map anymore. And this quest after you do it, like it's marked in your map for you to get the flower, but then it's not marked in your map anymore. So then of course I wasn't paying that much attention. I was just exploring. So then when I came back, I talked to the guy, and it was like, oh, the tower. Oh shoot, the tower. And when I was exploring the arcane tower, like there was this stupid arcane turrets that I had no idea what to do with. And I even asked GPT if what I could do, and it didn't help me at all. So, but then, it was not when I was playing. Before I started playing, like during the day, I had this idea. I was like, hey, that flower, the flower that disables magic. If I'm adjacent, if I'm right next to a turret with a flower in my pocket, that thing is not going to shoot. It's arcane. And that was true. So I was able to infiltrate. Oh yeah, also the guy, the mind flayer actually tells you, hey, it said both ingredients are in a nearby tower. Yeah, so that's what pointed me in that direction, and then I did it, and I did all the tower bit without having to fight a single enemy. It was just exploration, and I really appreciate that. That was really nice. The thing that really took me, like when I started playing the game, I was not used to how few enemies the game had compared to other RPGs. There are much fewer enemies, and each encounter with each set of enemies is much more interesting, much more dangerous because of that. So I didn't have that concept in my mind. I guess it was more frustrating because of that, because I kept thinking, hey, I'm not gonna use all these powers on this small fights, and like I didn't know that those were the fights. Like, yeah, you gotta use them, man. You gotta use them. Anyways, so as I was doing the stuff in the arcane tower, I was like reading on stuff, and I kept thinking to myself, man, am I gonna be able to remove the tadpole from my brain? This is gonna be awesome. And then I started to get excited, but then I thought, like one pair, it's like it's a Sussur flower and a tongue of madness mushroom. So one of each would make a potion. But that would just be one potion, just for me. What about my companions? What if they want to get their tadpoles removed as well? So I started to, think about it, and then I found enough materials to make more potions, but not enough for everybody. And then I started to think, so who's gonna want to get rid of it? Obviously Shadowheart. Obviously the vampire, Astarion. Obviously Astarion is gonna want to keep it because of the power and everything. So that was a great session because of that. I was just thinking to myself, not recording for YouTube, not streaming or anything. I was just playing, me, myself, and I, and having these thoughts and being extremely excited about it. Now, then, of course, well, I imagine already that it wouldn't be that easy to get rid of those tadpoles, but apparently I'm more resistant to them now. Increase the power of the tadpoles and more resistant to the power as well. because of I got a ring from the mind flayer that makes me more resistant to the ring's power. So that was epic. That was an epic morning of gaming. That really damn enjoyable. I'm loving the game, by the way. I'm in my honeymoon phase with the game now. Just started the mountain pass, like going to the crash, the Githyanki crash, and I'm just about to get in. And I noticed today that I have played just about the same amount of hours that I had playing when I was playing for the first time, and recording at the same time. My first playthrough. But in my first playthrough, I'm way ahead, and I did much fewer things, left many things behind. Oh, yeah. Having much more fun now. Yeah, much more fun. So that was the morning, and then lunch, and then after lunch. So remember the Coworker, great guy, older man, that lent me his power drill, and it broke in my hand, and I got a little bit afraid, no, traumatized with breaking somebody else's tools. So I didn't make the holes, like drill the wall myself. Yeah, so he came in today after lunch to help me put up the curtains, and man, feeling much better. He had exactly the same problems as I did when I was making the holes myself back when we moved in. And yeah, so I was doing things correctly. I just needed more persistence, and when it broke, it was actually because the thing was faulty. And yeah, now we have curtains in the living room and in my studio, which is absolutely glorious. It's amazing. It feels so good to have the curtains. It feels so good that I was doing well by myself. It's just that if you're by yourself, even though you're doing well, then something bad happens. That's the difference between experience versus intuition. Like if you're doing things through intuition, as I was doing, like it was fine. Like I was managing, but then something bad happened, and then the intuition is completely worthless. Completely worthless because I don't know, like in the way my brain works is that something bad happens is because I did something wrong, and it's not necessarily the case. Not necessarily the case. So everything's good, everything's up. I'm very thankful for everything I'm provided in my life. I have a good family, stable job. I got people I can rely on, good friends that I can rely on. Today, buying the stuff for the apartment, that was another friend that helped me as well. Saved me from having to take a loan from a bank. And, family members. And having a loving wife. And it's just, I'm extremely thankful for life, Extremely thankful. Feels good. Life is really good. Really good. yeah, so that was that. And then afterwards, we went out shopping because Gustavo needed to change his sneakers. So we had like his mother and my wife. She needed to go get a little gift, Christmas gift from her psychologist. So it was just Gustavo and I in the store, and we had this one-on-one time together, which was really cool. I enjoyed that. And so, and then, yeah, it was just, and then his Alan arrived, and we were there together. I saw my sister there with her husband, my brother-in-law, and you know, I don't really enjoy bumping into people that I know in public. I don't know. I just don't enjoy. I prefer not. I prefer to be left alone to my own devices. You know, there were a couple more people that I know that I saw on the street, but I pretended not to know them because it's just, come on, man, I'm just my social battery is just I'm not ready to be socializing, man. I'm on vacation mode. Vacation mode in my mind is like, hey, you don't need to socialize. You don't need to force yourself to socialize with anybody you don't want to. And I guess that's it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, great time. And then we had like Helen, Gustavo, and I were just hanging out, doing jokes, and yeah. And then Alan and I went to the supermarket. The supermarket near my mother's house. It's a better supermarket. It's more expensive, but the food there is better. So it was nice to walk around there. It's not super crowded like the supermarket over here. So it's actually nice to walk around. And then we came home, had a great middle of the afternoon snack with the food that we bought. Yeah. And then we watched Welcome to Derry, which put me a little bit on edge, but you know, whatever makes the wife happy. It's just a series. And honestly, I gotta push my comfort zone, right? Yeah, it's just a series. It's not gonna hurt me or anything. I should approach it with more curiosity. I don't know why I get so anxious. Anyways, yeah, I got anxious right now thinking about it. Plans. I don't know. Let's see what Ellen wants to do. Whatever she wants to do, we'll do it. We'll do it. Yeah, I definitely don't want to have any food. I don't know if we're gonna have dinner today because of that. You know what? I'm thirsty. Oh, maybe, you know what? You know why? One of the reasons why I could be so anxious is because I drank. I drank a lot yesterday. I don't know if you could notice in yesterday's vlog. I was a bit tipsy after having had quite a few beers. And yeah. So when the day after I drink, I always get a little, you know, my head doesn't work that well. Okay, I think that's all. That was the longest shower vlog I've had in a while. Yes, tomorrow is 23rd. Yeah. So tomorrow, oh yeah. Well, tomorrow morning, of course, we're gonna play some Baldur's Gate 3, of course. And it's hot in there. Baldur's Gate 3. Then I'm gonna have lunch. Ellen and I, we're gonna have lunch at my mother's house. And then I'm gonna come back home with my cousins to play some more Outer Wilds, which I'm very excited about. Ellen is gonna go to her mother's house, and yeah, That's all the plan I have for tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Oh, I think I put too much. This is definitely not supposed to be like that. Did I forget to rinse my beard? I'm gonna watch on the vlog, but yeah, this isn't really not supposed to be like that. Huh. Interesting. Look at that. It looks like I put some shampoo on it. I must have forgotten. Okay. Well, I gotta solve that problem. Gotta solve that problem. Oh, that's a waste. That beard balm is really good. Gosh darn it. All right. Okay, I think that's all. I think that is all for today. I'll be back tomorrow to let you know what happened between now and then and whatever is on my mind. Thanks everybody for watching. I have been Gareth Mason, and I'll see you the next time I see you. Bye-bye.